Hi friends, now I will explain JFG 8 program line wise. Before that, I would like to advise you one thing. You take this Java Feel Good series as an examination with 10 questions without choice, and take each question as a challenge and do it on your own until you own it. Every bit of element you must own it. For that purpose, what you need, everything I have provided. Already you know that. So, if you complete the 10 programs on your own, just a matter of 5 hours. 5 hours, you may take 2 3 days, maximum 5 days time. This lays a wonderful foundation for your programming career, not only for Java, for any language. For all the other languages also like Python, C, I am going to provide you. So if you are interested, you complete those feel good series also parallelly. Okay. Now for this program, I am not providing you hands-on explanation because I feel that you don't require, because so far so much explanation I have given. I think if I do that, it is duplication. Some people may feel boring. However, now follow every line of code carefully and own it. Okay. Now, first, let us define a blueprint class and let us name it as price list. Now, at the obvious price list. Thereafter, what I told you, you have to take each item as an object. That's why for each item, how many variables are there? 5 variables are there. Out of that, how many input variables are there? 4 input variables are there. The 4 input variables you have to declare as instance variables with the appropriate type. The first one is item name. Obviously, it is string. Thereafter, rates. We are talking about rates. That's why obviously they are floats only. But rate name should be given properly. Name just like a college student, don't give uh, short names and all that. Whatever name you give and all that, one should understand them clearly. Now here you see how I am writing is see rate. Okay, is rate. Next, grade, otherwise full name grade 1. Grade 1, rate grade 1, you are telling. One more is missing. Is it 1 kg or 1 ton or 1 quintal? People should know. Rate grade 1 kg. Rate grade 2 kg. Rate grade 3 kg. Like this, you think twice. In my view, giving names is the challenging thing. Remaining all elements just like that you learn. But giving names is not an easy thing. But many people feel it is very easy. That is not correct. Okay. That's why 4 elements we have declared. So we have declared instance variables. Thereafter, we have to define the constructor for initializing instance variables. Now, for parameter short names you can give. A short name should be indicative. That's why which names I have given. IN, that means item name. Float, float, RG1, RG1, RG2, RG3. Like the short names, those are simply those are indicative. If you give for the 4 A, B, C, D and all that, those are not indicative. So some clue should be available for the reader. Okay, then you initialize all the instance variables. Whenever we pass the arguments from the implementation class, all the instance variables are initialized. Thereafter, what you have to calculate? We have to calculate average rate cage. Average rate cage or average price cage also, right? Nothing wrong in that. Actually, these are rate and price are synonyms. And the rate I have used, you can use price also because it's a price list. Na? Average price cage is good. Now, average rate. One line of code is enough. And one more thing. What is the return type? Obviously, it returns float only. Price, average price, it should be float. Thereafter, a rate, grade 1 cage plus grade 2 cage, grade 3 cage. 3, you have to make sum, and here you have to put them in parenthesis. If you are putting them in round brackets, or otherwise what happens, it's a logical error. What is the logical error? Actually, the 3, if you write this and 3, the sum is divided by 3. If you don't write this one, the only third item is divided by 3. That point you have to understand. That this is the example for a logical error. So you must remember that and do that. Thereafter, it is not a syntax error. Syntax error means compiler will report, but it is not a syntax error. You treat it as a logical error. That's why be careful with the logical error. Thereafter, return average rate. Okay, and that is over. Now this is the new element for you. Actually, regardless of the number of items in the price list, how many captions we write? Only one caption we write. That's why we declare it as a static. Static means it is belong to class, not belong to object. So then what we have to do? Only simple thing. Static. This keyword we have to write. Thereafter everything same. Void print caption. Appropriate name you have to give. Otherwise people cannot understand what is this. So print caption. In the print caption, how many lines are there? You know which caption you are expecting. Already I showed it to you with a reference to that. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 SOP statements you write appropriately. Then one time only you call this via class, not object. For this purpose, object need not be created. Now, what is the class name? Price list. Price list dot print caption. This is the way we call in the implementation class before creating any object. That point you have to understand. This is totally a new element. You have to understand, and not only understanding syntax and what for we are doing. That is very important. Very rarely we require this type of static elements. It may be static variable or static method. The static method. That point you have to understand. Thereafter, now demo price list. This is the actual thing. Because of calling of this method, each line is printed. Triple A, triple B, triple C, like that is printed. So it is for one object only, not for all objects. So we have defined the blueprint class completely. After blueprint class, in blueprint class, what are the elements? 4 instance variables, 1 constructor, 2 instance methods, 1 static method. In this way, before writing this only, you should have a clear idea. When you are visiting place, a tourism place, how you think of in which places, which times you have to visit all of them. You will have a plan. According to in the same manner, here before writing the blueprint class, which items we are supposed to write in this, what is the order, everything should have clarity that you can get out of analysis as well as algorithm. Okay, now come to the implementation class. Blueprint class is over, implementation class starts. Then you write the main method, that is the entry point for execution. Now you see the first line, very important, price list dot print caption, because after caption is printed, then only after caption is printed, then only items are printed. That point you have to understand. And below that, one line also we are giving. That is good. It looks better. Okay, now we see price list I1 means item 1. Then how many items you have to pass, how many arguments you have to pass, name of the item, the first one, grade 1 price, grade 2 price, and grade 3 price. As these are floats and all that, the suffix f is a must, otherwise it leads to error. Thereafter, I1 demo price list. Okay, then one row is printed. That means in our case triple A is printed. Next again I2 means second object you are creating, and I2 dot demo price list. Then the second row is printed. then I3 demo price list, then that is printed. Ultimately your price list is printed. I have defined 3 items. I want to put 3 items in the price list. If you want to put 5 items, you do that. If you want to put 10 items, you do that. By that your confidence is crystallized.